Hey guys, Jeff Nelson here at slapatabass.com. Welcome back for the weekly bass lesson. Today we're going to talk about alternate fingerings. How do we find them and when do we use them? So let's get started. Well, what do I mean by alternate fingerings? Well, what I mean is different ways to play the same note. Because our bass is tuned in fourths, we can use a simple trick to actually find the same note. So what we do, say if I wanted to start on the third string from the top, open. That's a D. So to find that same note, what I do is I go up 5 frets. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets, and then go up a string, and that's the same note there. Same thing goes in reverse. If you want to find the same note going downwards, you just go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 would leave us to open, and then go down a string. And I want to let you know that you can have multiple alternate fingerings for notes. So let's just start on the bottom string, open. So let's see how many alternate fingerings we have for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play that note on all 4 strings. So why would we want to use these fingerings anyway, and why are there so many different places that you can play the same note on the bass? Well, that has to do with note timbre and the way a note sounds, and also the tension of a note. For instance, let's play those notes back. They sound really different even though they're the same note. Down here it doesn't sound as strong as when I play up here, because there's a lot more tension in this note because it's a shorter distance to the bridge here. So then the 2 notes in between those also have varying degrees of tension and different timbres. So to further illustrate why you would want to use alternate fingerings, I'm going to start off playing a lick down here close to the tuning pegs, and I'm going to work my way up here closer to the bridge, and you're going to see just how much difference it can make what position you're playing notes in on the bass. So here's the lick in open position. Now let's play that same lick up 1 position. So we count up like I showed you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets and up a string. So here we go. And then we can even use some more alternate positions in that lick. Let's play it like this. See there, instead of going, I went. So I went back down a position, because that's a more natural fretting position for me to play that lick in. So there's another reason you might want to use alternate positions, so you can make a run easier for you to play or more natural feeling for you, whereas you may have had trouble trying to play it another way. So it's always good to understand your alternate positions and know your options, because in the end this is just a tool to help you play better. There's nothing set in stone here, no right way or wrong way necessarily to play something. I mean, the only real rule here would play it the way that it sounds better. And also think about what sound you're trying to achieve. Do you want it to be a strong, biting note, or do you want it to be a soft, sustaining note? You know, what are you trying to achieve out of it? If you're wanting a more vicious attack, you're probably going to want to play up further on the neck. towards your pickups and bridge. If you're wanting something more sustained, you want to play down further towards your tuning pegs. Now that's not to say that you can't get a bite down here towards your tuning pegs, because obviously you can. It's just a matter of the way you attack it. The notes really cut through more higher up here on the string because there's just so much more tension up here as opposed to down here. So let's experiment a little bit with slapping and alternate fingerings. So let's start with this lick right here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. It's going to be an octave and 7th slap and pluck. Now let's take that same lick and let's play it up a position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 1 string. Now, in my opinion, it just sounds so much more grooving when you're playing it up here as opposed to down further towards the neck. It just don't have the same bite to it, you know. So I highly encourage you guys to experiment around with this and take this knowledge and use it to help your playing as much as you can. And if you guys have any concerns or questions, just hit me up in the comments section. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow the link in the description, and remember to slap at a bass.